Something else that's important that you do that I don't see anybody else really doing is your Spartan 300 group,
Yes.
which is it's just phenomenal. I've seen some of the results. I know a lot of the shops that are in there. Um, but for those that haven't heard about what that is, could you just kind of give us an overlay of what that is?
Sure, yes. So, when I had my shops, I was in a 20 group, and I found that 20 group helped me to benchmark myself with my peers and also stay on the front edge of what was happening in the industry. I kind of like, you ever see the movie Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise, and he kind of has this epiphany in the middle of the night, and he writes this like document, and he goes into his office and grabs his goldfish. Well, I kind of had one of those nights in the middle of COVID. And what I did is I said, there's a lot of shops that, number one, they're competing with MSOs. They're wondering, should I sell? Do I have a chance? There's a lot of shops that I felt were OEM certified that really weren't networking with other OEM certified shops. And I just felt like those shops needed a place where they could network with other people in a productive manner. So I kind of had this thing in the middle of the night, and I said, I want to start my own 20 groups, and I want to start it for shops that are OEM certified and OEM focused, right? And I'm not going to be, it's not like we're an MSO. We're not an MSO. We're just a coaching training company. But I just want a place that like-minded individuals could get together and exchange great ideas. And so I was watching this movie, The Spartans, and I was like, wow, those guys are pretty bad to the bone. And I didn't watch the whole movie. Excuse me. So I said, man, I'm going to call this group the Spartan 300s. Well, my team then informed me that the Spartans lose the war in the end. I'm like, oh crap, I guess I should have watched the end of the movie. So I was like, you know what, we'll just say we're Spartans and we're going to change the course of history. So actually in the middle of COVID, I called about 30 shops that I knew and said, hey, I know nobody's meeting during COVID, but would you like to have a meeting in Atlanta, Georgia? We'll all wear masks. We're going to sit really far apart from each other. And let's just get together, because everybody was frustrated with COVID. And some shops said, yeah, let's do it. And that's when the Spartans were born. So now we're up to 6 Spartan groups. We have about 200 shops that we work with. And listen, we understand that not everybody in our 20 group is doing a perfect repair, but we want them to have the intent that they want to get better. So to be a Spartan, you have to have at least one OEM certification. If you don't have an OEM certification, we'll help you to get one. You must be ICAR Gold Class. And number 3 is you must agree that you're only going to scan vehicles with OEM scan tools or approved devices. Like, I'll be candid with you. I found out there was a client that wasn't using an OEM scan, something aftermarket. And what we did is we actually removed them from our group because we want people to stand for something. They must set up and perform destructive test welds. So we're really focused on quality. And again, I know not everybody's perfect, but the goal is, do they have the intent to get better?